Dear students, so in today's class we will discuss the very important topic from 10th CBSE chemistry. So that is a chemical reaction and equation. Okay, so first of all you will see what is the chemical reaction. Okay students, so in your day-to-day life you are observing so many examples. Okay, so I will give some general example to you. So just I will tell you, so one example, that is a milk gets converted into curd. Is it chemical reaction? Milk converting to curd, is it chemical reaction? Yes, it's a chemical reaction. So another example, so that is a respiration. You know, you can take the oxygen inside and you can inhale the carbon dioxide gas. Is it chemical reaction? Yes, it's a chemical reaction. Okay students, so chemical reaction is nothing but something changes. Okay, so there is a mixing of two chemical compound and there is a formation of another new substance. So that is what chemical reaction. Okay students, so another general example, that is the ripening of fruits. Is it chemical reaction? Yes. So there are so many examples. Like in your body also there is so many chemical reaction takes place. Do you know that digestion, excretion, circulation, then excretion, osmoregulation. So there are so many biochemical reaction which is takes place inside the body. So already you know that. So these are nothing but some biochemical reaction. Okay students, so other than, so there is a rusting of iron. Do you know there is a corrosion? So when any metal, when it come in contact with water and air, it gets corroded. That is nothing but corrosion. So this is also redox reaction. So in this redox reaction, there is a reduction and oxidation. Both reaction takes place simultaneously. Means there is a loss of electron and gain of electron takes place simultaneously. That is what redox reaction. So there are so many general examples of the chemical reaction. So chemical reaction are nothing but something changes, changing color, changing state. Okay, so that is the indication to see the reaction is complete or not. So let me discuss the definition of chemical reaction. So chemical reactions are the process in which the new substance with the new properties are formed. So what is a chemical reaction? So this is also one of the process in which there is a formation of new substance, okay, with a new chemical change, okay, so with new chemical properties. So when we can mix the two chemical substance and there is a formation of another new substance. When we are mixing the two substance and there is a formation of another new substance with new properties. So that is what chemical reaction. So in any chemical reaction, okay, there is involved the chemical change. So there is a change in chemical takes place. Okay. So during the chemical reaction, there is a rearrangement of atom takes place. So that is also very important. We can recall the so that is a law of conservation of mass. During the any chemical combination, during the any chemical reaction, there is a mass neither be created nor be destroyed, but one form of the mass can be converted into any form. It may be rearrangement reaction, it may be substitution reaction, it may be addition reaction, whatever reaction takes place. So we can recall that law in 9th standard already discussing. So there is a rearrangement. Okay, so that is a chemical change. There is a rearrangement of atom takes place between the reacting substance. So if you react the two substance, so there is a rearrangement takes place. Okay, in a chemical reaction involve there is a breaking of chemical bond. So that is very important. So during the any chemical reaction, there is a breaking of old chemical bond. Okay, when we will do the any chemical reaction, so there is a breaking of one old chemical bond and there is a formation of another new chemical bond. So that is a bond breaking and bond making takes place simultaneously during the any chemical reaction, whether it is a rearrangement, addition, substitution, whatever reaction takes place. So there is a breaking of old bond, that is a covalent bond, and there is a formation of another new bond. Okay students, so let me discuss the example. So here we discuss magnesium. We take the magnesium ribbon and that magnesium ribbon, so we can heat. Okay, so in presence of oxygen, obviously oxygen is coming from air. So when we can keep it on burner, so what happens generally? So that magnesium and oxygen will combine. Okay, so after heating, it can form the magnesium oxide. That means white precipitate will get here, white powder will form. So that is indicate the reaction is complete. Very simple reaction. So we will show in equation. So you can take a 2 Mg magnesium plus oxygen O2. So after heating this triangle, we can show for heating. So it formed the 2MgO, means magnesium oxide. Get it? So this is the chemical reaction. So what happened in this chemical reaction? So there is a changes takes place. Here we will get a white powder. Okay. So let me discuss another example. Zinc solid. Okay, we will discuss very general example. We will take one conical flask or one beaker. So in that beaker, we can take the H2SO4. H2SO4 is nothing but what, students? So what is meant by H2SO4? So H2SO4 is nothing but sulfuric acid. So in one beaker, we can take sulfuric acid and we can add the zinc granules inside the sulfuric acid. So what you observe? So now this sulfuric acid is in aqueous state and zinc is in solid state. So here we can show state. So in bracket we can write here S means it is a solid state. So here aqueous means, so this sulfuric acid we can dissolve in water. Aqueous, it is in aqueous medium. So in one conical flask we can take the sulfuric acid and we can add a zinc granules. So what happened in this case? So there is a substitution reaction takes place. So these two hydrogen are substituted by this zinc. Okay, on the place of this two hydrogen, so zinc will be substituted here. So simply we will get ZnSO4. And H2 gas is evolved, hydrogen gas is evolved. Okay, so we get zinc sulfate. Very simple reaction. Zinc granule, when we can add in sulfuric acid, so there is a evolution of hydrogen gas takes place, means H2 gas takes place. And after evolution of this two H2, so on the place of this two hydrogen, so this zinc will be substituted. Okay, so we get zinc sulfate. It is in aqueous medium, and hydrogen it is in gaseous state. Okay, students, so there is a changing state also. Are you observing here? So this is the reactant side. During the chemical reaction, left hand side that is a LHS, that is a reactant, and RHS, that is a product. So in this reactant, so here zinc is solid state, sulfuric acid is aqueous state, means it is liquid state, and it converts into again whatever product we will get, that is in liquid state, and byproduct, that is a hydrogen gas, it is in gaseous state. So during the any chemical reaction, what happens? So there is a change in state also, change in color also, and sometimes there is a evolution of gas also. So that we'll discuss in characteristic of chemical reaction. So another example we'll discuss here. So here we'll take a hydrogen gas. Okay, so that is a hydrogen H2, and here oxygen also gaseous state. So both gas is hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. When both are combined, so we'll simply get the water molecules. And that water is in what state? It is in liquid state. Get it, students? So there is a change in state takes place, and that is the indication that the reaction is complete. Now get it? So in chemical reaction, generally what happens? All of you clear now? So chemical reaction, the process in which there is a formation of new product by combining the two chemical substances. And there may be change in state, change in color, change in state, and change in their temperature. So many changes takes place. So these are the chemical reaction. Okay, so just we'll take a screenshot. We'll discuss continuously characteristic of chemical reaction. You can take a screenshot of this page. Okay, students. So now we'll discuss the characteristic of chemical reaction. Okay. So how you come to know the reaction is completed or not? With the help of this, you can easily understand the reaction is complete or not. So first characteristics. So there is an evolution of gas. Okay, so when we do any chemical reaction, sometimes what happens, there is an evolution of gas takes place. Okay, means there is a gas is involved. So we given one general example here. So here we will take in sulfuric acid, okay, H2SO4 in one beaker, and in that sulfuric acid, if you add a zinc granules. So these are the granules. It is in solid state. When with the zinc granules we are adding in sulfuric acid, so generally what happens, students? So there is a substitution reaction takes place. On the place of this hydrogen, zinc will be substituted and H2 gas is involved, hydrogen gas is involved. So that means evolution of gas. So that indicates this reaction is completed. Okay, students, let me discuss the another characteristic features, that is the formation of precipitate. So precipitate like this, like a milk when that convert into the curd, like this in some chemical reaction changes takes place. Precipitation means like a curdy PPT will form. Okay, so how this will take place we will discuss. Very general example we taken here. We are taken the potassium iodide. So this is Ki. Ki is what? Potassium iodide. So we have taken potassium iodide in one beaker and we are adding the lead nitrate. What is the formula of lead nitrate? PPNO3 taken twice. Okay, lead nitrate and potassium iodide when we will combine. Okay, so what it form? It forms the lead iodide. So that is a yellow precipitate. Yellow color precipitation will form and byproduct will be potassium nitrate, KNO3 taken twice. So this is the very simple reaction of precipitate, formation of precipitate. So that means formation of precipitate and change in color also. So here we will get a yellow color precipitation like a curdy PPT here we will get. Now clear students? So what we are doing? So we are adding the potassium iodide and potassium nitrate in one beaker. So suddenly after adding we can change the color and it can form the curdy PPT. Okay, like this in water also if you add the silver nitrate, okay, AgNO3, then also we will get a white precipitation. So with simple reaction we will also do. So in one test tube we can take the water, half test tube, and in that we can add 2 to 3 drops of silver nitrate, that is AgNO3. Suddenly the color of that water change from the white precipitation. Okay, that is also indication the reaction is complete. Okay students. Next we discuss the change in color. Okay, in some chemical reaction there are the change in color takes place, and that is the indication the reaction is complete. So we will discuss one general example here. In this reaction, when sulfur dioxide, means SO2, is passes through the potassium dichromate. Do you know the formula of potassium dichromate? K2Cr2O7, potassium dichromate. Okay, so from we'll take one potassium dichromate solution in one beaker and we can passes the sulfur dioxide gas in that. Then the orange color of potassium dichromate solution changes to green color. So previously potassium dichromate it is in orange color, and when we can passes the sulfur dioxide gas from that, so suddenly that orange color going to be changed and it form the green color compound. Okay, so that is the indication change in color in any chemical reaction. Now clear students? So 4-point characteristic feature, that is a change in temperature. So in so many chemical reaction, so there is a change in temperature takes place, means some reactions are exothermic and some are endothermic. So exothermic means what? So in some chemical reaction there is a evolution of gas takes place, means gases evolve. Okay, so that is a exothermic, and some chemical reaction gas is absorbed, that is a endothermic reaction. So let me discuss one example here. So that is exothermic reaction when calcium oxide, do you know formula CaO, calcium oxide, when we can add in water. So in one beaker you can take the water molecule and suddenly calcium oxide is nothing but quicklime. Okay, so that will add it in water. So suddenly what happens students? So calcium hydroxide will form, CaOH taken twice, and there is a exchange of heat takes place. So that beaker is very hot. So after the addition of calcium oxide in that, so that means there is a evolution of heat. So suddenly we get the calcium hydroxide, that is a slaked lime. Slaked lime you can see is a common name of this calcium hydroxide. Now clear? Calcium hydroxide and water molecule, how will we get the calcium hydroxide? Simply CaO, one oxygen is there, and this water we can split HOH, okay, like this. And this hydrogen from this water reacts with this oxygen, means two OH group will form, Ca, this Ca, and the CaOH taken twice. And how we come to know the temperature will change? Before that, calcium oxide, before adding water, it is very cold. Okay, after adding, suddenly temperature changes. So this is a very general reaction. Even sodium hydroxide also, NaOH. If you add a NaOH in water, so you can do this experiment in lab. So we'll, in one beaker you can take a water and you can add a 5 to 6 gram of sodium hydroxide. Suddenly after stirring, so that water become very hot. So that means the temperature changes, means there is an exothermic reaction. Okay, so all of you clear this one? Change in temperature. Next we will change in state. So in some chemical reaction what happen? Some reactant are in solid state. Whenever it form the product, it can convert into the liquid state. Sometimes reactant in liquid, it convert into the gaseous state. So we will discuss one general example here. Calcium hydroxide. So here we will take CaOH taken twice. Now it is in which state? Aqueous state. Okay, aqueous means it is in liquid state. Okay, calcium hydroxide. Simply we can say the lime water. Okay, so that lime water, when it reacts with carbon dioxide gas, CO2 gas, so it is in liquid state, carbon dioxide is in gaseous state. In bracket we can show their state. Okay, aqueous means it that calcium hydroxide is prepared in water, and this carbon dioxide it is in gaseous state. Okay students, so after this combining this reaction we will get a calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate, that is a white precipitate we will get. and that calcium carbonate now it is in solid state. Okay, so this is a product. Now it in which state? It is in solid state, and water will form as a byproduct, that is in liquid state. Now clear students, this is very simple reaction, change in state. Okay, so in change in state, what happened here? Already discussing, calcium hydroxide will taken. Okay, and when we react with carbon dioxide gas, so initially it is in liquid state, and whatever product we get here, so that is in solid state. Now clear students, so during the any chemical reaction, what are the characteristic features? So how you come to know the chemical whether reaction is complete or not? By evolution of gas, that is the first point, then formation of precipitation, then change in color, change in temperature, and lastly change in state. So these are the some indication whether the reaction is complete or not. Okay, so I hope everybody understands this concept. So in next topic, in next class we'll discuss the another important chemical reaction. So students, if you are first time you are watching this video, so don't forget to subscribe my channel, and please press the bell button. You get daily updates regarding this CBSE syllabus. Okay students, so you have to take a screenshot and note down the notes.